All right. Welcome back to Decode Traders Hub. I hope you guys are having a good time. It's Dan here at Decode Traders Hub. So hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. Those who are on YouTube, and of course I think we are also on TikTok. There's a channel we are using on TikTok. But I hope you guys can all hear me properly and loud and clear. All right, so as we normally do it, we start with Crash 500. But before we do that, it's a new year. I want to say Happy New Year, everyone. Those who have been with me here at Decode Traders Hub, Happy New Year last week of Jan 2025. All right, so let's head into our prayer, and then get into our first asset, the one we analyze. Father, we say thank you for today. Thank you for the new year. Thank you for 2025. Here at Decode Traders Hub, as we start the year 2025, we ask of your guidance, of your grace, of your goodness as we get into the market of synthetic indices, where we trade these assets to analyze and understand them and be able to take advantage of the signal opportunities that we may have. Lord, give us the grace and the knowledge to understand them better, and also be able to take advantage and be able to make profits out of our investment. We give you praise and we love you so much. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. So, as usual, we start with Crash 500. So let's get into Crash 500. All right. So the last time we saw Crash 500, we wanted it to reach there and then come later on into the sales. So it broke out of that resistance level. That it was a flag actually. So the anticipation was for this move. Those who remember, this move here is where we wanted that price to reach, but it didn't. It actually exceeded that level. So if we are to understand what happened properly, we may look at that level there. And once we get to that, we will see that. And later on, we tested, gave us a new high there. Now we are headed to get another high according to H4. So we first get to H1, delete all these, then we can get into a new, so that is a breakout structure right there. We have a new high on H4. Let's first head over to weekly. Weekly we are looking for weekly we are looking for the buys to first reach the overbought there according to our CCI. Yes, so once we understand that on weekly, we are now see that we've reached the level there according to daily time frame. We've reached that level right there. So I can choose to delete all these for now. I want my chart to be a bit clear. Just delete them. Once I have that, according to daily, I'm supposed to be selling according to daily. Weekly, I've just touched the 90% on CCI, which is overbought level. Once I see that on weekly and daily, I know that I've reached the resistance level right there. On H4, I can now try to look at what is happening on H4. H4, we touched overbought, meaning we're supposed to be looking for sales. So for me to sell here on H4, I need to see something like a failure to create a new higher high. So if I see something that fails to break this current high where we have our H4, our last H4 candle there, then of course I'll be coming in with my swing trades, either to bring me here or here. There's a lot, many points of interest that we can look at, but the most one that the one that may stand out is this order block right here. And of course, all these order blocks on H4, they will be our important points of interest in the near future. So for us, we can try to anticipate right now something like this on H4 time frame. That is, it may not be exactly this. All we want now, since now we've gone to a resistance level on H4, and we understand that even on weekly we have a resistance level. On weekly we've gone to overbought right there. So it means for the sales that we want on the daily time frame, we are going to first see them like this, according to H4. Why? Because H4 is already oversold, overbought, and that means we'll be anticipating something like this. So if we were looking for something like that on H4, we can head over to H1, look at what the price is giving us. We're supposed to be selling still after touching that level. So it's going to be a no-go for me right now, but something something that can come out actually is something like this on M15. Actually, it's going to be very clear on M5, so we can go as low as M5 to understand what is going to happen. That is what I'm talking about there. So we know that that's what's happening, and we understand that this was the last low that gave us this consolidation, what we have here. So you want to anticipate more of buys according to M15, more of buys, and these buys are going to bring us right about there. To just give you a fake breakout right there, then later on according to H4, that's where we'll be looking at the sales coming. So on M15 and M5, we are still looking for more buys. Once we see a breakout right here, you will be entering more buys to take you right about there. So for now, it's going to be a no-go for me, since we are already on M15 and it is consolidating. If you go into M5, you may take it within there. So according to M5, you can just try to make the trend lines very clear. Those are the lows, the highs there, so it's within that range, and it's somehow you can take it as I'm going to be looking for buys. Yeah, you want always to follow what you have on the main chart, the market structure there, before you can use the indicators to conclude with your analysis. So this comes to confirm. So the main thing I need to read is the market structure, not the indicator. So the indicator just confirms. So that's for now. I'm not using the indicator to confirm anything. It has just touched overbought just like here, but then there's gonna be a need of a retracement to reach there, just like we've seen on H4. This will be the retracement, and then that retracement there, then come in with sales. That's what we'll be looking at later on. So for me, I'll just wait for a breakout. Those who want, you can wait for a breakout here and then enter your short buys to reach there and call it a day as you wait for sales on H4. All right, I will leave this at M15. Now allow me to go to boom 1,000, boom 1,000, boom 1,000. So boom 1,000, boom 1,000. We last checked this and we made a lot of money on this asset. the last time we checked, but let me first clear all these that we used to make this money. All this was internal structure that we used to make money on this asset. So now, of course, those who remember the last time we checked, we wanted this price to first head over there and come in, but I told you it may or it may not. So I already had my entries once I saw this price below my 10 MA. So if I can put history, that was a move there. Came, hit TP, and moved out. Entered buys here. Yes, it first went into losses and later came into profits. I came out because I didn't want to hold a lot more after reaching this level. But yeah, that's how we've been selling it. All these markets on this asset, it gave us a lot of money for these 2-3 days, 1, 2, 3 days. Yes, this one was not that much of a good trade. Yeah, but this and that was good money for you guys. I hope those who are following me, you guys were able to make that money. So now we can delete all these and try to understand it a bit better. Delete this. All these are no longer needed. All these are no longer needed. So let's head over to this is still needed for some reason or the other. This can be deleted for now. And now head over to weekly. So weekly, we all remember what we had. It's a rising wedge there, but we have a new point. So this can be, in fact, I may not even use it. We just leave it where it was there. So we had a rising wedge and we had a breakout and a retest. But according to CCI, we are supposed to be buying. But like I said, we cannot just buy. We cannot just buy. According to what we see, the way the CCI is moving, we are looking at retracing back to the 0%, which is a retracement level on CCI. So once we reach the 0%, then the buys will come in. But we are not going to just depend on CCI as an indicator. We want to go deeper into the structure and understand what is happening. So that was a breakout. Yeah, this was a breakout right there. So retest there gave us a new consolidation where we had this on the daily time frame, which was a rising expanding wedge, and now that's where we are currently. We are on this very those who want, you can call it a support. Yeah, that's a support there. That's a support there that we are having. Yeah, that's a support right there. It is a strong support level. And of course, it was on to even that support on the trendline support level right there. So that's why we are taking advantage of this within the daily time frame to make some money. So we know that these are still on. These trend lines are still on. According to H4, we're supposed to be selling, looking at CCI, what it is giving us before until it reaches oversold. So if we know that H4 we're supposed to be selling, then we want to quite change what we have here, and that will be our trend line right there. This was a fake breakout there, and right here we can still tell what we have. So remember though, you guys, I told you, you want to always use the current. You want to always use the current data, not the previous data. So these two these two were daily time frame trend lines. But now the current ones, according to H4, they are these two, this and that, meaning this is a resistance trend line, a support trend line right there. So price is moving within that range. You don't want to mess with anything apart unless if it is within this range, these two trend lines. They are acting as our range levels. So, by the way, you will forgive my voice. Still having a bit of cough and a bit of flu, but it's getting, I'm just recovering slowly, but I'll be right. I'll be fine very soon. So, according to H4, we know this. So this, if you see a dashed one, know that that is a daily trend line. In fact, I may even remove it now. I don't need this. I just can delete it. Now let's head over to H1 and try to understand what we have here. So according to H1, yeah, we see, of course, we know we have a support level there. This one here. That's a level there that we may aim at. But looking at CCI, we're supposed to be entering a buy to give us to reach overbought according to CCI. But we have to be careful on looking at what we had here. There, when it reached that level, we had some kind of resistance right there on that level. So once we see that, and once we confirm even using our CC, our MA, the price is below MA, we see a change of character right here after failing to give us a new high right here. We see a change of character right here, and after that we started to see highs, lower highs and lower lows. So this you want to enter once you have a confirmation of a new lower low right here. Then you wait for a high. Once it is made, you enter your sales to bring you right to this trend line. So you may want to keep selling it this. So we are going to be looking for something like this. After creation of a new lower low, you may want to wait for a high, a lower high to be created, and then come in with your sell to bring it to this other trend line, support trend line there. So that's what we'll be looking at. Once we have a new lower low, wait for a lower high to be created, come in with your sales to take you to this very support trend line. All right, that is Boom 1000. That's how I'll be trading it on H1. I'm not going to even go to M15. I won't bother going to M15 because already M15 is showing me sales just like we saw on H1. Yeah, so I will wait for this move to happen. Once I have it, I will come in strongly with sales. I'm not going to enter buys. I will come strongly with sales to bring me down to this trend line. So Boom 500 leads us to go to another asset, which is Boom 500. So Boom 500, Boom 500. Okay, good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Desmond. Good morning, Catherine. Happy New Year, guys. Sorry, these are comments I'm getting on YouTube. Those are on TikTok. Happy New Year too. So let's now head over to Boom 500. So the last time we checked Boom 500, we made this money, I believe. Let me check. Yeah. We made that money there, from there to here. So we made all this money to check. We took the TP. Those who remember this analysis, you remember, and you can see that our TP was spot on. Our TP was spot on, just like I told you. This was the reason why we we're looking for that TP, and it was spot on to that very level there. So congrats those who waited and took the trade. And right now, allow me to delete all these so that we can now get a new glimpse into this market. All right. So having understood this, we can now first head over to weekly time frame. According to weekly time frame, what we wanted to reach there, this candle here went there, this buy, and then came strongly. If you're looking on daily, this was the move there. This move I wanted here. This move I wanted here, it was this. Reach there and then come strongly. Yeah, with a sell according to the weekly time frame. Yeah, but there's a but there. There's a but there that I need to first understand. Break of structure, retest there, come in strongly with a sell. So until we see a break of structure, so once we have those, we can go to H4 and try to understand this. So H4, let me first delete these. Delete this, we've already seen it. Delete. So we have that resistance right there, we have a support right here, and this is H4. Now on H4 we're supposed to be selling according to what we see, but we've reached a support level right there, and clearly those who understand double bottoms, those who understand double bottom, you can clearly see that this is like a double bottom right there according to H4, and we can confirm that on H1 if it is oversold, and H4 confirms that it is oversold, meaning that this is a clear double bottom on H4. So if we understand that on H1, H1 has confirmed that, then we can wait. You can either wait on H4 to have a breakout right here, or those who don't normally love to wait, you can enter your buys where we are currently. You can enter your buy, and I'm going to enter my buy. I will put my stop loss right here just below the order block right there, and I'll be looking for my buys to take me where. According to H4, we are going to be looking for a retracement so that we can come in with the sells again according to H4. So if we know that we are looking for a retracement on H4, I normally love to use my Fibonacci. I just use my Fib to understand there the retracement level, and what I see here is I want to sell in premium. So for me to sell in premium, I need to have a point of interest in premium. This may be one, that order block right there. I'm not seeing any fair value gap. If I had a fair value gap, it would have made sense for me. So let me head over to H1 and see if there is any fair value gap in premium. It's not there, so I will probably bring it to this OB right there according to H1. That's where I will be aiming at taking my profits for the buy. So now, after understanding that, drag my buy at my TP level, put it right there, and I will just now wait. Then there's a low, forgotten the word. All right, so M15, the buy is yet to be confirmed, even though we are seeing that it is above our 10 MA. So we just wait. There's gonna be another entry on M15. Those who can wait for M15 entry, please wait. You don't do what I do, but I'll be waiting for that kind of buy according to H1. All right. I think that's it for me on Boom 500. I'll be looking for that retracement there and then come in with a buy, with a sell, to take me back to the support level, or even if we have enough momentum, we can even see a breakout to continue with the sells, just like how we want on weekly time frame, just like how we want it on weekly time frame. So we may first, before we see a breakout, we may first see back and forth within these ranges. This is a support level, that is a resistance level. We may see trades back and forth within here as a consolidation before we see continuation of the sales according to weekly time frame, just like we want. So this daily time frame, we may keep on seeing back and forth within this range right here until we have enough momentum to break through the resistance that is on this very support level right here. Until we see that, then we may not see any breakouts. But if we see enough momentum accumulated, we will see a breakout, and then we continue with the sales just like how we want them according to the weekly time frame. So that's it. General overview of Boom 500. I can delete that now and then head over to Volatility 25 1S. Volatility 25 1S. Vol 25 1S. All right, so I've been following it. I was looking at price reaching back there. It hasn't reached yet. In fact, it came back to this very level. But before we even go back there, first delete all this so that I can start from the weekly point of view. The weekly point of view, you need to understand that we should be looking for buys, sales. Yeah, we are in that rising wedge, and we were retesting. We were selling here, we retested, and we somehow we've gone back to our previous high, there. So if I can delete this arrow right here, you can clearly see that we've reached that order block, even though it didn't reach where I wanted it there, according to how I had measured. But from where we see, we've reached that previous high. Yes, we've reached the previous high. So looking at daily, the sales have started. Yesterday it was a sell, and today I started as a sell, and actually a stronger sell. Looking at how we are moving, it is a strong sell. So if I understand that, I know that according to weekly, I'm supposed to be looking for sales according to CCI. And because we're having a rising wedge, we know that a breakout has to be anticipated on this other side into the sales. So if I know that, and I know that daily is already showing me sales, then I can go to H4 and look at what I have. So on H4, the sales are on. What do I do here? we have some sort of resistance. So if I see that and I see there's a support, it means H1 is oversold. So H1, to confirm, it is oversold right there. So meaning I'm going to H4 is just going for a retracement right there. It's trying to look for momentum to continue selling. So momentum to break through that weak somehow not that strong, so it's just going to come stronger once we come again into sales. But for H1, we are going to be looking for some small buys, and you can look for them. You can take your buys just about here. Yes, so the move will just be simple like this: buys there, then come in stronger for sales to even break through our current support right here. Yeah, so that's what one may anticipate. Scalpers can go to M15 and wait for a confirmation on M15, and M15 in fact is going to be a good buy entry once I have a change of character right here on M15. So this will be a good entry to make your buys, to enter your buys, and you will be looking for profits on that very level there, just like we've seen using our Fibonacci. So that's how we are going to enter this trade. So I'm going to wait. Why do I wait? Just sometimes I don't love waiting, but let me wait anyway. Let me wait for a breakout. Or if price comes a bit lower than this, I will still make an entry for the buy, because it's for sure that we are coming in with that buy. H may actually wait for the confirmation on H1, because H1 has just touched 10% level, which is our good to buy level. So we wait for confirmation on H1, not M15, if you want to be safe. All right. All right. I think that's it for me on V25 oneness. Nothing much that I may say about this. Let's now head over to V75. V75 has been a tricky one. I want to always remind you that whenever you enter, you start to analyze and you don't see, a clear trade within 5 to 10 minutes, even 5 are a lot. 10 minutes are a lot. Within 5 minutes, you're analyzing and you're not seeing a clear trade, please move ahead to another asset. Don't waste time on that. You'll be trying to force the trade. So it's always advisable to always look for simple structures that can clearly show you a signal that you can take advantage of, not to force a trade. But here, most of the times, we are actually having a deeper dive into understanding how the asset will move even on higher time frames. So we anticipate all the way from the weekly time frame. So H4, V75, we saw there we had a breakout on our weekly support. That was a weekly support. So we had a breakout, but still kept on dancing around that level there. So I was anticipating, those who remember, we were anticipating when we reach there, we come in with sales again to reach just this level right here, because it was within a falling wedge right there. But we actually saw a breakout and a retest, so it's been there dancing around that level there. So I can now delete all these. I've deleted my weekly support. It's fine. I will work it out later. So now I can leave these alone. In fact, give me this high, give me this low. So this is a breakout right here. So yes, we stay with that. So for now, I want to actually have another close-up look and see what I have here. I see what I have here. This has not finished. Market structure, this was a break of structure right here, and now it's coming in again with a buy. According to CCI, this is a buy that we want to see to take us to overbought level. So if this is our support trend line and it is confirmed, that means if we go to H1, we should be looking for buys. So the buys are not yet confirmed on CCI there. So meaning it's a no-go for me. I can't trade it for now. I just have to wait. It means this low is not yet confirmed. This low here that I'm trying to use is not yet confirmed. It may continue down a bit. So let me just first put it right here as my lowest point right here, and just wait until I have a new confirmed low. That's when I can have a glimpse into this asset more deeply. So for now, it's a no-go for me. According to M15, of course, if you want to look into M15, you can clearly see that those who love trading, scalping, you can clearly use that as your support right here. So M15 is already oversold, but there's a possibility of this coming back, testing that according to H1, then come in later with the buy. So before you can continue, before you can this is a support. This is a support. Now it is verified. It is now verified. Is it strong enough? We will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Yeah. Let me wait until I have a confirmation on each one. I'm not entering any buys on this asset. So this is on M15, but I will wait for MH1 to confirm. That's when I will be making my entry. But of course, you need to understand that according to M15, that was a change of character right there. That was a change of character right there. Is it? Wait a minute. No, it's not yet. It's not yet. It's trying to give us a new low. So if it comes and fails, then that's where we will be looking for the change of characters. So we don't have a change of character yet. Wait a minute, what am I saying? What am I saying? This is a last lower high. That's the last lower high there. And it has been taken out. Yes, lower high, lower low. Now it has been taken out. So that is a change of character there on M15. So which is a confirmation of the buys on M15. So I will wait for the pullback, either back to this OB here, back to this order block, or back to a fair value gap after change of character. That's what we will be waiting for us to enter our buy entries to take us right about there. Yeah. Right about there, or yeah, I will just use this because that is a confirmed resistance level right there. So that's what I'll be looking for. Until I see something of sort, I'm not entering this asset. It's a risky one, and since it is not clear on higher time frame, on the path it has to take. So if that is confirmed, that's when I will be bringing my trend line to reach there. But as for now, I'm not putting it there for now. I just want to leave it here until that candle closes on H4. All right, so I will leave this at M15 and now head over to V50. Time is rushing. We're supposed to be finishing at 11:30. Let me. Just a minute. I don't know what has happened. Just a minute. Okay, all right. So yeah, this is V75. So where we are, no, V50, sorry, we have moved to V50. Sorry guys, V50. So according to V50, last time we saw it, we wanted it to give us that manipulation move, some of sort, and then come in stronger, but it never gave us a manipulation move. But I don't know if I entered it right here. Yeah, I entered my sales from that very point and took my profits right there. So yeah, that's how we traded that. Now I want to first head over to weekly. First remove all these. All right, go to daily. Delete that. Now go to weekly. So according to the weekly time frame, we are within the rising wedge. Right there. So from what we see, we are now, I think we've reached that level right here, but we still have 1 day to go. We'll wait and see. Yeah, this hasn't reached oversold, so we will wait for it to reach down below, and once CCI confirms that it has reached oversold, that means we will be coming in strongly with the buys, or we wait for the breakout. In fact, it will be a tricky one for us to actually consider buys. We will have to consider more sales from what we see according to weekly, we are supposed to be continuing to sell, and we know that this is a rising wedge, which signifies sales after breakout. We have to see a breakout coming in onto this support trend line. So until then, of course, like we always do, is anticipate, is always wait for a retracement. But this is on a weekly, so by the time it does that, we would have already entered a lot of many other trades on a lower time frames. So now we can head over to daily and look at what we have here. So all these points can now be deleted. Delete that. Break of structure. It was uninterrupted. What a trade! What a trade. So anyone who would have entered right here, those who love holding, you would have taken a lot of money all the way right here. What a trade for several days, for like a week or two, uninterrupted. We had only one interruption day there, at still kept on pushing for sales. So looking at that, we now come to realize that it has come to this last OB right here. That is the last order block right there. And if it is going to hold up, then it will be a support. But now we may just remove it and head over to H4. H4 signifies is trying to give us a signal to enter buys. But are we ready for the buys? Not yet. According to H4, we are not yet. So until we have, this is a previous lower high here. This is a previous lower high. So until I have a breakout right there, until I see that lower high taken out, I'm not entering the trade. If I see on H1, same thing. So it's a no-go for me on this trade for now. It even has a low momentum. Look at how small candles are. So it's a no-go in all time frames, unless if we can bring this closer and try to force a trade. Like I've told you, you don't need to do that, forcing the trade. But if you do something like this, clearly you will see a path. Those who love looking for trades every now and then, this would be your path right there. Yeah, you would understand what is happening and take advantage. But of course, we know that once we finish this consolidation within M15, then you will probably be looking for this move, which will eventually break out our level that we want, and then head over for the buys. So until then, that is what is happening for now. And of course, even H4, you will be looking for this exact move. Yes. But until that happens, please, this is a no-go. I'm not entering this asset. No. It makes sense more in M5. So unless you're going to trade it within M5, you may choose to leave this asset alone for some good time. It's not worth it. So I would advise not to risk your money with this trade. This is V50. We made money on it. Let me see. Yeah, we made money on it. Yeah, a few days back we made money on it, but now it's not a time to risk the money we've already made. So I rather leave it alone. So jump 25. Let's rush and finish this. Jump 25. People are not yet back into the markets. Markets are slow today. Markets are all slow. So jump 25. The last time, first delete all these so that we can have a clear. This was the move there. and it has reached the TP level just like how we wanted. Those who remember that move, just like how we wanted, it has reached there. So according to this, yeah, it has reached there. So now we can delete all that, delete all this. These are points of interest. The pullback came back to this OB, to this fair value gap, and went straight back into buys. So we know that. So I can delete these now. Delete this, leave alone this, delete. All right, so going to weekly time frame, we are looking for that buy to reach that level. Yes, reach that previous high on the weekly time frame. We had a breakout. Those who remember, this was a rising, falling wedge. This was a falling wedge right there, and then we had a breakout, a perfect retest, and then buys started from then. So now, as we can clearly see, we had a retest. Now buy is trying to break out on the previous high here according to weekly. So if we go to daily, we'll be able to see that previous high on the daily time frame. So it has reached that level, and we are looking at breaking it. According to weekly, we are supposed to be buying. So daily, we will still continue with the buy because we want price to reach right here. We are anticipating price to reach there. Yeah. So the buy, according to weekly and daily, we are still anticipating. So H4 is still showing also buys. It's not yet overbought. Now, once we know that, once we understand that, then we can now head over to lower time frames and try to see what is not happening. So according to day H1, we clearly see that, let's get back here, have this drawn to this level right here as a resistance, and then head over to H1. We clearly see that price has reacted, and H1 is showing overbought. And clearly we see that price is out right here. Yeah, this pullback, they are very dangerous most of the time, so you want to take them with a caution, knowing that anything can happen. So looking at this one, it may happen, it may not, it may actually keep even consolidating within these two ranges right here. So you have to be very keen on what you do as you wait for this. The better option is to just leave it and look for another asset that will not give you any pressure or any kinds of doubts. So you just, there's no need to put yourself on pressure. There's more assets you can analyze. So if this doesn't give you what you're looking for, you don't need to stress out and force any trade. What you do is just mark your points and wait. If they don't work out, just move to another asset, just like I've done. So jump 25, it's a no-go. The reason being H1 is somehow going to keep on consolidating. From what I've seen, it may keep on consolidating within these ranges. I'm not seeing it having a momentum to push for sales, but if it later on gets it, then it will not be exceeding levels like these levels. It will not be exceeding such levels to buy, to sell. Once it starts to sell, it will not be exceeding this because the major momentum is still a buy to push for this level right here according to weekly time frame. Yeah, that's the level we are looking at. All right, so that's jump 25 for us right there. Let me just delete these two and just leave it there. And now go to our last asset, which is jump 10, and call it a day. Jump 10, jump 10, jump 10. So jump 10 weekly. All right, before I can according to weekly, we know that it is within that rising wedge. But then, according to daily, it was within the falling wedge like that. So we are looking for a trade to bring us right there, according to daily time frame. But it's still within this level. So weekly, we'll be looking for that move, and daily to reach there. And then later on, once we reach there, we come again for the sell to reach to this other trend line. Yes, that's just a simple layout. A simple layout or a simple plan of how we intend to trade this asset. So going to daily time frame, I'm in H4 now. We can delete all these. We already used them to make money. So delete, delete this, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. And now, now we have a clean structure. We have a clean structure. So break of structure has reached the high. It's going to take out the high, then come again to test. This is a big imbalance that it has left behind. It's going to be an important point of interest right here. This as a point of interest around these levels, just around these levels, or this was taken out, so it may come for this, or it may come again for this. Yeah, so just around that level, I believe. So we come back for that again. Then we come in with a retracement. We come in with a retracement there and push for the buys again. Yeah, that's what I may see on this. Let me confirm it on H1. Yeah, H1 is reaching oversold, but not yet. It's not yet confirmed. Overbought, I mean. So until then, we are still buying it. Let's go to M15. M15 is still showing for more buys. So the buys are still pushing. So I will not enter buys. I will wait for my sells. Once I reach on that level, I believe we are going to that level. So once I reach that level, I will enter my sells to bring me to this imbalance, to this fair value gap. So once I reach that fair value gap, I close my trades. I wait for a confirmation of more buy entries. Why are we looking for buy entries? To get back to this other level, but also to come even to break through and continue with the buy, because in the longer term, we are looking for the buys to come back to this very resistance level. And then once we have that on the daily, that's when we will be coming in for the sell once more to bring us right there. Just like that. That's how systematic we can try to move with this asset until we make money out of it. So several moves you need to pinpoint and wait for. Reach there, come in with a sell. But of course, with a confirmation that the sales have started probably on M15. You may want to wait for a confirmation M15 and H1, then you make your sales. H4, it will be a retracement back to this fair value gap, and then enter your buys to continue with the buy trend according to daily and H4. All right. Now, I hope you guys are having a good time. So now we've done with our assets. I want to go ahead and start and do the recap from where we started from, so we see if we are still on track, and then call it a day. So according to daily, according to crash 500, just like I told you, if you wanted, you would enter that. Like I told you, we have a breakout there. Remember, we are heading back there, but like I said, it's a no-go for me. That's a small trade to continue and trade it. I want that to reach there and come in strongly with the sales. So it's a bit risky for anyone to trade this kind of trade. That is a breakout that we know that we are looking for, according to this. So those who can enter, but I'm not going to force this trade, even though I know it is going there, then come in with a sell. Let's see. We still have some time. Can we make this trade? H1 is no. It's not a risk. It's not one to risk for. So I will just leave it. I'll just leave it. There's a possibility of it reaching there and coming with a sell, and this will be your neckline to continue selling. So it's not worth a risk. Boom 1,000. Retest there, then come in with a sell. That's what we said. Boom 500. Like I told you, I had an entry there, but I said you may want a confirmation on M15, of which there is no M15 confirmation. It's not yet oversold right here. So until it gets here, you may keep out. So for now, just leave it. V25, we will wait for a confirmation on this very asset. H1 may be the one to wait for. No, I will wait for M15. Once I have a confirmation on M15, then I will make my buy entries. Yeah, V75. Yeah, pullback has happened. It is happening, just we said, just like we wanted a pullback. Once the pullback is done, the buy will be on to take us right there. So this is a trade that is having a high percentage to come to what we want. So this is a trade that we can wait for and take V75. This one, it's a no-go for me. V50, it has low momentum. Boom 1,000, jump 25. So until this, it's still having low momentum, it is consolidating, so it's a no-go. The reason why I say that is this is a heavy asset, and once it gets you on the wrong side, it can wipe your account if you use a big lot sizes and what have you. So you want to have a clear structure, probably on a higher time frame, and wait for that to manifest. But until then, this is going to be a no-go for me. I'm not going to trade it at all. Probably the one I may be interested in is this asset here, jump 10. That's why the one I'll be waiting to make my entries very soon. So this one, jump 10 and V75, they are those ones I'm looking at to make my entries. And this one not yet clear until it gives us a confirmation in M15. This one I entered, but it was a risky entry because M15 had not yet confirmed. But all we see is a double bottom on H4. That's the reason why I entered. So unless it gets more momentum from God knows where and pushes to break through this, we are still going to be looking for the buy from this very level. This will be a retracement trade, just to retrace back there and then come in again with the sell. That's what we'll be looking at. Yeah. All right. So that's how we are going to trade today. And we hope you guys had a great time. Those who are on YouTube and those who are on TikTok. Otherwise, I want to remind you that today classes began. The mentorship classes began today. So there's still time for those who haven't registered. You can still contact me and do the registration. Those who want to learn how I do the analysis. Yeah, there's still time. The class, we added a class of 6 to 8 for those who work up to 5. So there's a class for those who can't afford to come in with an 8 a.m. class or a 3 p.m. class, to come in at 6 p.m. and have a class on their own. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day. Hopefully we had a great time together. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Hopefully tomorrow I will keep time, hopefully. But let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow.